go. Hello. Hi. Hi. Welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing today? It is a lovely, cool and rainy day here in Joplin, Mo. It is sprinkling. Yeah, it is. It is actually raining right now. It's cool outside. Summer is officially over, which means that Tony Sparks' seasonal depression gets into full swing here. It's not officially over yet. You got one more weekend. However, that weekend is going to be cool and rainy, right? Favorite season, what is it? Katie the Red says fall is my best season for colors, so I'll say fall. There you go. Tater Rooney, what do you say?
A spring and fall. Oh, I love them all. I think they all serve a purpose. I can't choose.
You love winter?
I do. I love to wear sweaters and get all bundled up, and I kind of like when it's cold and you have to stay inside, but then I love the tan and the glow of summer and just how like good the sun feels.
Yeah.
And I love the flowers in the spring.
Yeah.
And I love the leaves in the fall.
Yeah.
And I'm just so happy because Taylor Swift is fucking engaged.
Oh, I don't know why, but there's something about summer that I just love. Angel, member for 25 months, says Team Fall coming in at 25 months. Heck yeah, there you go. Fall and Spring says Radiant Decay, colors, smells, and temperature. Yeah, the moderates, right? I am going to miss summer, though. I tell you what, we hit the pool, like, probably more this year than we ever have. Like
Navy.
Yes, Navy Thunder. She was literally a Little Mermaid. Has a Little Mermaid tail and everything. Hatter, remember, for 25 months. Guys, I have no clue how 25 months came and went. Can someone tell Doctor Who and help me out? Also, love you guys. Love right back to you. I know, it just flies. Summer and sun and the hot. I'm going to tell him, don't you dare. Anna Hartman dropping the hundo bolts there. We do have a goal of, 4.5k bolts on the TikTok side right now to get a spicy story unlocked. YouTube side, we're going for a petty revenge and confetti. Petty revenge and confetti. Oh my. Terabyte member for 7 months. Tony isn't allowed any depression this year after yesterday. There you go. You're stocked up on feel goods for at least the next 6 months. I don't know, he's pretty determined to be depressed, y'all. He's pretty determined. Darian, fall because the 112 weather starts to get cooler. Yeah, it has been very warm this year, but it's been like an active warm, you know? Lee Photography, fingers crossed Taylor Swift gets married in Cleveland and hires a local photographer. Me. I have a feeling it's going to be a KC wedding, y'all. I have a feeling. And so the only real question is, are we invited? Tony Spark can officiate if it happens in Missouri. Like, are we invited? That's the question on everyone's mind, right? Tony did have a great idea. Pitched it like the Willy Wonka approach, where she does a golden ticket with the new album that she's dropping, like in one of the vinyls or something. It'd be a golden ticket, and that person could go to the wedding. That would be amazing. You got to have a +1 though, right? Have to. Angel dropping the 2 says, I love when it's warm in the sun and cold in the shade.
Yes.
That's fair. Yeah, that's a good like spring, fall.
Yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah. Hatter dropping the 5 said, fall for the Hatter. Gothic Hatter does not like summer. Can't wear half my wardrobe in the summer. I get it. I do like layering up too, but man, this summer, I liked being outside. We built up some epic tans this summer, Tater Rooney. Also, let's say hi. Let's say hi to Tater here. And
hello.
Check it out. We got our matching greens going on here. We're green moded. Elise dropping the 2. Crew neck sweatshirt season is the best season. There you go. Look, Ava Thunder's here, y'all. Surprise visit from Ava Thunder.
Y'all, how the talking stain. Who doesn't remember the Tide Pen commercial?
I know a lot of people were confused by it, so I'm guessing a lot of people don't remember the talking stain. And Tony Sparks' favorite part was the "You're welcome" right at the very end. Yeah, the Amazing Torah. The Talking Stain commercial. Yeah. So we're embarking on this journey of remaking classic commercials or commercials that were hilarious during our younger days. And that was the first. That was the first of them.
Tater.
It was very funny. Very funny, and even funnier that so many people didn't get it.
Have a good cheer practice.
See you, Dee Dee.
Okay.
Have good practice.
Love you.
Bring on the sweaters,
She says,
Annalise says.
Can I use your money? I'm like, obviously. Quit buying stuff.
Yeah, this is an off-camera conversation here. Darian, it's been 108 past 2 days, and both nights have been lightning and thunder. Fire season is upon Cali. Oh no. I know. The Quiznos commercial. Overkill Milk. What was the Quiznos commercial?
I don't know. I was trying to think of that. I'm not sure if I remember it. I'll have to look it up.
No, nothing got censored. No, it was like the stain was talking. If you notice, there was a little face, and it was talking like the whole time when I was trying to talk. So I was talking a bunch of nonsense during that period, knowing it was going to be covered up.
So the stain commercial was like, you can't focus because there's a stain on somebody's shirt. Yeah. And so you're only focused on the stain, and then it's to get the stain out, use the Tide pen. That was the...
Yeah. So
it's genius.
It was the Ascon eraser.
I loved it. I also loved the blah, 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 petty, petty, petty.
Petty, 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 petty. Words are hard. JG, we need cash now called JG Whitworth. We may have to do something like that.
Can we do a, hey, Dusty? He likes it.
We definitely could. That's going way back. Going way back. Aaron, please do not do the Quiznos commercial. I just watched it from my brain in the last few years. Oh, we're bringing them all back.
I don't remember this commercial.
I don't either, but we're going to look it up
after the stream.
Yeah, we're definitely going to look it up. It was a fever dream. Oh, boy. We definitely have
we
to
got to
look
catch it.
Yeah. Hey, Moonraker, thanks so much for the bolts. Greatly appreciate that. Going back to QOD for just another minute or so here. Where's the beef? We could be down for that. Crispy Museum Girl, Moonraker again there. La La Land, just Mags. Thank you so much, Jamie. Crispy Museum Girl again, though. Jessica, hello from Utah. Good to see you. Hello. Let's scroll back up here and just Aunt Sue. Thank you so much for the bolts. Appreciate that. Fane, Green Unicorn, Barbara. Thank you guys so much. Angel. The frog commercial. Oh, the Budweiser? Bud.
We can do a Dusty Gives You Wings.
Dusty Gives You Wings?
But something related to Dusty Gives You Rockets. That's
hopefully
terrible.
Not a red one.
Look, obviously it's a think tank. We need to keep... We'll keep
We do
thinking.
have a list. We have a rolling list. The Toasty Torpedo? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Grey Poupon? I don't know.
Dusty Gives You Brozos.
It's hilarious.
There's we have a running list of ideas.
Dusty Gives You Rockets.
Yeah.
This is why I get ridiculed in the office, because these are the things that come out of my mouth.
Listen,
all the time. 24/7.
Listen.
So I'm like a walking double, what is it? Innuendo, like something. I don't know. Like I just said, whatever. Just turn me off.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Stream on today, Wednesday, the 27th of August, in the year 2025. Red Rocket? Yum. That's not how the commercial went. I think that was Red Robin. I think that's what that was. Coming up, we have stories about poorly planned proposals, unlike Travis. Upset wedding guests, unlike us at Travis and Taylor's wedding. Conflicting dinner reservations, unlike us at... Okay, I'll stop. Selling priceless family items, refusing to take care of in-laws, unwelcome house guests, ungrateful stepsons. We also have spicy stories and petty revenge stories. Because how could we not? It is Wednesday, after all. First goal on the TikTok side is 4.5K bolts for a spicy story. And on the YouTube side, we have a super goal of 10 5 and up supers to start for a petty revenge story and confetti. It's actually 15. Let me fix that in the doc for you here, Tony. Batting 1,000. Batting 1,000. The share goal this week is 1,500 shares. I got to say, I actually looked at some stats from a previous stream. I think it was from the Channelversary stream. And we have a surprisingly low number of shares. We really, 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 really need you guys to share the stream. We appreciate it. It helps us get in front of new people. Sometimes the algorithm hates us, and that really does help us. So thank you guys so much for sharing. Here they go. Yep, there go the shares right now. Thank you guys so much. All the love. All the love. A reminder today, keep chat positive and respectful. Everybody is allowed to have their own opinion, of course, and we're not all going to agree, but it costs absolutely nothing to be respectful and a DFHP. So don't start none, won't be none. Mods will be ready to whack your ass if they have to. When I say whack, I just mean mute and boot. I don't mean like whack. No spoilers, please. Spoilers will be muted from the live. And with that, get out your gosh hacking brooms. I'm on fire. You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby. I'm on fire. What was it last night that I was saying you're not on fire, Ricky Bobby, to Navy Thunder because she was freaking out about something?
Probably getting her hair brushed.
Yeah, I was getting her hair brushed. Yes.
After a bath.
I said, you're not on fire, Ricky Bobby. She was geeking. Hey, Angel dropping another 5. My favorite was when you turn your car, does it return the favor? With honorable mentions to Clydesdales, Coke Polar Bears, and Chevy Like a Rock. We have our idea for next week already. I can't tell you what it is, of course, but Wayward Ace dropping the 5. Wish me luck on my commute home. If you know I-95, you know why. Good luck. You got this. Rubbins Racing. Cake the Rogue dropping 5. At work doing our teacher meeting and listening to you guys. Best way to spend the meeting. Hey, teachers. Hello from the Thunder fam. Thank you all for your service. Plotbug, member for 11 months. It's not autumn in the UK until the end of September. I'm getting sad because I hate winter and we're getting closer every day. Winter's coming. It definitely is. I'm not super excited for that right now. Winter's beautiful. You know what? It's beautiful. I just, I don't like frozen pipes. Frozen pipes scare the shit out of me. That's winter in the 30s. Yes, winter above freezing would be ideal. God's Blessed Wonder Woman dropping the 2 says merch idea on Wednesdays we wear petty shirt. Ooh, I like it. I do like it. I do. On Wednesdays, yes, and on Wednesdays we wear something. I like it. I like it very much. Also, Angel reminded me, we have the Dusty Thunder logo up in the swag shop. That's the full color one. But if I do a single color one, you guys can actually change the color of the logo in the swag shop to whatever you want. So I have a sticky note with that on here. I will get that knocked out. It's been a very busy week, so I haven't got it knocked out yet, but it's going to happen. Emmy Castro, Sabs, thanks so much for the love. Delroshko, see you there too. Thank you. No snow winter. Snow's the beautiful thing. It's like the best part. Going sledding with the kids, like sledding is so much fun. Jenny with the ice cream cone dropping the 2. Hello from the OCN finance team. Hello team. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll try to make you laugh until you pee or say something inappropriate in front of your coworkers. It's a good plan, right? You guys ready? You ready? Hey, quick check-in with Tony. Let's do a mic button function test here just to make sure we're all still set up and ready to go. Let's say hi to Tony, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
There he is. He is here.
I just had a baller shirt idea.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
That was me.
He just read it.
Added to the list.
That was me.
Added to the list.
Official.
Nice.
Good job, Tony.
Nice work. Nice. Okay, so thank you guys for the ideas. On the Wednesdays we have an idea for it now. So we'll get that knocked out here shortly. Okay, we'll dive into our very first story. Let's get rocking and rolling. Nisi.
Hey, Nisi.
25 months in the Gosh Heckin' Thunder Crew. Hell yeah.
She was live on TikTok.
Oh, you were live? And now you're here? Look at that. Thank you so much. All right, here's our very first story, ladies and gents. Am I the astronaut for telling my boyfriend his proposal wasn't well planned, causing us to no longer be engaged? Oh my. Shall we start a poll? Shall I trade this was not Travis? Would you like to start a poll up? Okay, let me read it again, then we'll start the poll. Am I the astronaut for telling my boyfriend his proposal was not well planned, causing us to no longer be engaged? Okay, and there's an interesting point in conversation. Like, does the proposal have to be impressive? I guess it depends on the person, right? But I think, everybody probably has this dream in their mind or this expectation for being proposed to, and depending on the relationship and depending on the people, if it does not live up to that expectation, what do you do? What do you do, ladies? Part 2 of that question for you. Were you impressed by the proposal you received? Were you impressed? At least dropping another 5, getting nailed during the live. So I will be MIA after 4 for a bit. Have a great live, fam. Thank you so much. Have fun getting nailed. I hope you're wearing the translating earbuds.
Sharon VIP.
Yes, please share your nailed nails in VIP. Nailed. Get her nails done. That's what she says when she's getting her nails done. Getting nailed. I don't know. Some people like to listen to the stream while they do weird things.
Missed it. Come on. No.
You know what I mean? Did you miss the poll results again there, Tater?
Because the TikTok thing wouldn't let me click it. Yeah, I missed it.
Hey, TikTok chat, mind passing along poll results?
This is ridiculous. TikTok.
In shocking news, going ESH.
I was impressed.
You were impressed?
Yeah,
You better have been.
I was so surprised.
You better.
I loved it.
You better have been. You better. I'm at ESH right now.
Our pictures are very similar.
Our pictures are very similar. That's the first thing I said. We saw Taylor and Travis's pictures, and like the first pose, the main picture that they shared, the pose is damn near identical in our engagement picture. I'm sure everybody in the fucking world is saying that right now, though. Our pictures are so close to theirs. Like we're. All right. Here we go. Am I the astronaut for telling my boyfriend his proposal was not well planned, causing us to no longer be engaged? I, 32 female, was proposed to by my boyfriend, 38 male. It was an awkward proposal as we were on a family trip, sharing a house with my mom, sister, her husband, and young children. At one point, my sister awkwardly got up from the fire pit and told her husband and mom to come with her. So I knew something was up. He was sweet, got down on one knee, and asked me to marry him. I was so happy and said yes. But about 5 minutes later, my family came back out to the patio to congratulate us. My boyfriend sat down and started chatting with my brother-in-law about unrelated topics. He didn't bring it up the rest of the night. Even when I asked him questions like, how or when should we tell your family, he just said, we'll figure it out. Then told me not to wear the ring to work because a lot of my coworkers know his mom. It just totally killed all of my excitement and joy. When we got home from the trip, I decided to talk to him about it because we got home Sunday night and he left for a week-long work trip Monday morning, again leaving me wondering how or when we were going to be able to tell people. I felt that he took all of the excitement out of something that should have been such a happy time. Anyways, when I mentioned it just seemed random and not really planned, he got mad and said, well, let's just call it off then.
Oh.
I was so surprised by that, I just told him we needed to cool down. He came back into our room later and said, what he meant was we should just redo the proposal, but that I interrupted him and didn't let him finish his sentence. Okay. Bullshit. I didn't, and that doesn't remotely sound like we should just call it off to me. I told him that calling off an engagement less than 24 hours after proposing is a problem. He tossed the ring at me and said, whatever, just sell it then.
Oh.
Really racking it up here, boy, aren't you? He later apologized for losing his temper, not like him at all. But I just feel like even if he did redo the proposal, the damage is already done. I can't help but feel like I could have just not made a big deal about it and avoided all of this, or this whole thing is a red flag, and sadly, maybe I shouldn't marry him? Am I the astronaut? Let's talk for a second. There is an update, but before we get into that, we got to chat about this for a second. All right, there's multiple problems. I would say his behavior when you tried to talk to him about this is the bigger red flag for me. The bigger red flag than the low effort proposal here, right? Which is also a red flag, but the bigger red flag is the I'll take my ball and go home behavior when confronted here.
Yeah. Him just throwing the ring and said, we'll just sell it, or we'll just call it off, and then like what I meant was, that's not what you meant, dude. You said, let's call it off.
Oh, no, it wasn't even what I meant was, it was, I was going to say this, but you interrupted me.
So it was her fault. Like the whole thing seems like he's acting very immature. And it's like, if planning is important to your partner, then make sure you take the steps to do that whenever you're asking them to marry you, because that is a memorable moment. That's something you're going to remember for the rest of your life. So if you're going to do it in a way that the person you're proposing to would appreciate. And I do think it sucks that she can't wear the ring to work and like go to work and show it off. Like,
what's the point? You're fake engaged.
It does damage the excitement and like the momentum that comes from getting engaged. But yeah, I mean, call your mom, dude. Like FaceTime.
He's afraid. clearly he's afraid
What's
because
going
he doesn't want her to wear the ring because he doesn't want his mom to find out. And maybe that's why it was a low effort engagement in the first place. And maybe that's what's driving his fit throwing behavior also, is that he's afraid of what his mommy is going to say.
So he did it, and then he was like, but don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's messy. You made it messy, and it's supposed to be like, and she's not wrong. It is something that you will remember for the rest of your life. Very detailed, and like it all is very stored. I mean, at least for us, it's very stored in our brain. Like we can recall it at any time.
It's a story. It's a story we can pass down to our grandkids.
So I mean,
right?
it is something, and it is something that is memorable. And to do this to a memory that you want to cherish, I think it's definitely ASCON behavior.
Okay, Joyce, you have an interesting point here. Joyce says that people get way too hung up on the proposal and wedding. It's about the marriage, which is fair. However, there is a lot of pomp and circumstance around both the proposal and the wedding, and those things matter to a lot of people. And I think when you're in a relationship, if it matters to the person that you're with, it probably needs to matter to you as well, because that's what a relationship is about, right? And in this case, it seems like he took her desires or preferences and did not honor them at all. I don't even know why he fucking proposed.
It's not even getting hung up on the proposal or anything like that. I mean, I think it's definitely a preface to how you're going to be treated in that relationship. And I think, how he treated her directly after he proposed is a red flag. And so I think knowing if someone's going to put the time and effort into something that they know that you care about speaks volumes to how you're going to be treated in that relationship.
Do you feel like my proposal to you was indicative or foreshadowing about our relationship?
Absolutely. Like you took the time, effort, and energy to plan it all. Something I would have been happy with the proposal waking up in the morning and you just proposing to me in bed, but you took the time and energy to do all of that. And to me, it's one of the best stories of my life. And it just helps add to the love and like happiness of our relationship. So to me, it's very like near and dear to my heart, the way that you did it, and to have that like memory of us. So it's not that the pressure is on our engagement. It was just like, it's a love story. And like, it really is something that I cherish. So, but let's read the update.
And it was a secret. It was a secret, so it was a bigger deal. Okay, before
maybe
I
he'll
read
turn
the
it
update,
around.
Maybe. It's not looking good so far. Hatter dropping the 50 bomb said, when Mr. Hatter popped the question, I sent his photos of my ring to his siblings with his approval, of course, because he does not like being the center of attention. That is one thing. However, this sounds like he wants to act like it never happened. It does. It sounds like he at least wants to keep it on the DL for now. Angel dropped the 5. I just proposed, but don't tell anyone. Dude, what are you, Travis Kelce on something? kind of engaged, like I kind of pooped my pants. Yeah, no, yeah. I get it. All right, here's the update. Thank you all for the feedback and helping me gain clarity on the situation. I'll add a couple of key pieces of information that may clarify some popular questions. 1, to me, the proposal itself was absolutely fine. I didn't want or expect anything Instagram worthy. I don't even have Instagram. So maybe my heading was a little misleading. I said it wasn't well planned because to me, part of proposing is the excitement that follows and telling people, etc., which he had no plan to do. Bad timing may have been the better word instead of poor planning. I mean, he goes on this trip once a year. It's not a frequent thing. 2, his mother loves me and I love her. She is the one who introduced us when she and I used to work together, which is why I was so concerned with how and when we wanted to tell her. So she didn't feel left out since my family was there and I wasn't stuck avoiding her or lying to her for a week while he was away when she asked me how the trip went, which she already has. 3, I have never pressured this man into marriage. In fact, he has been much more into the idea than I have. Of course, we've talked about it, but I was the one saying let's not rush it. So definitely not a shut up ring. I have heard the term shut up ring before.
I've never heard that term before until right now.
Really?
Yeah, shut up ring.
It's a shut up ring.
Here's your ring. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, it's
basically,
essentially,
yeah.
It's that simple.
Didn't know that was the thing.
Okay, so it's a timing issue. It has nothing to do with hiding it from mom. He's not scared of mom because she would, of course, approve. What is his fucking deal though? Why
is he getting cold feet?
Maybe he regrets the decision.
His responses are emotional. Like he's obviously like in his feels about something. So hopefully he can communicate to her. Obviously, what he said was an overreaction, and he should not have said it. And it does make him an asshole for doing it. But it was an emotional response. So what is it that's making him emotional about it?
I'm going to.
It wasn't a good emotion.
I'm going to use his line at some point just to be funny with you. Where if I stick my foot in my mouth, I'm going to come back in and be like, what I was going to say, but you interrupted me was.
Yeah, that to me is like, that's very, very messy.
It's very childish. And he's 38. I think like at 38, you probably should be beyond that behavior, especially in a relationship, but hell.
Who knows?
Carrie dropped the 10 bomb and said, my husband proposed when he came to visit me in Colombia while I was in the Peace Corps. And there I was just impressed he arranged it all in a language he doesn't speak, photographer and everything. Damn, way to go.
That's so sweet.
Heck yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah, it's just.
Here's my bigger question. Why would he propose like the day before he's leaving for a 1 week long trip? Because typically, right after getting engaged, it's like we go together to tell parents, right? To go announce, to do like to celebrate. And the celebrate portion of this, he didn't take into consideration at all. And maybe he's got this thing where he's like, man, I proposed to you. Like I just did this big thing. And like, she's not happy. It's not enough for her. Maybe that drives the whole emotional response from this. It's not okay. It doesn't excuse it. And he probably needs to explore that, or they need to explore it as a couple.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what he did was red flag stuff, but I would try to find out the why and assuming she wants to move forward in the relationship. Yeah. Which it sounds like she does. So I would communicate through it, figure it out, and definitely don't talk to her like that again. Especially about something so, like marriage.
Yeah. It's kind of a big deal.
That's very messy.
Elise, I'm too jaded from these stories. I hope he's not cheating. I've seen some other comments like that as well. Overkill.
Fuck.
Dropped the 222 bolts. Thank you so much. And I had this thought. Okay, wait. That
would be sad.
Well, let's say he's leaving for this week-long trip where he knows he's going to dibble-dabble. That might fuel the behavior that he's expressing now. I'm just saying. No. I'm not saying that's happening. I'm saying it could be an explanation here. I don't know. But where are you at here? Because that's the end of the story. The question is...
I think OP is NTA for me based on what he said to her.
I would agree. And the question was, am I the astronaut for telling my boyfriend his proposal wasn't well planned, causing us to no longer be engaged?
And if the person who proposes asks you to keep a secret, it's a logical question to ask what the plan is, right?
That's true. Yes.
I mean, I don't think she's an asshole for asking that at all.
No, he's like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. Meanwhile, you're going to be gone for a week. You just like this very exciting thing that I can't wait to tell the world. You're like, nope. Gotta wait. So, yeah, I don't think it's just poorly planned. I think it's poorly timed. I think I don't think it's just poorly timed. I think it is poorly planned, which is unfortunate. So, I'm at NTA. We're at NTA. Hopefully that gets turned around. Angel dropped the 2, said, did we go back to 1992? FaceTime, call, text, etc.? Good point. There was plenty of time to like call her up immediately and be like, we just got engaged. But that did not happen. We got some thanks to give here, y'all, for hitting the goal on the TikTok side. Overkill Mill in the number 1 spot at 1.3K. The Spicy Calico Cat in the number 2 spot at 926. Geeky Faye in the number 3 spot at 464. And then we got AK Mary, E-Tate Johnson, Joycey Brown. So what for? Charisse Gronwald, Elise Kutch, Anna Hartman, Mama Silver, T-Half90, Melcy Jane, Civil War Mormon, Carabites, Candy Thunder, DeRoshko, Moonraker, Real Broad Zuba, Mama Says So, Emmy Castro, Sabrina Janine, Charlie Diego, Mama B101, Az Plunda, Aunt Sue 257, Cindy Lou, Violet Green, Tony Spark, Sholibo, Jerry Lee Go Forth. We've got Anna the Rebel, Rom Brinza, B as in Bumble, and Susie Skulls. Thank you guys so much for the love and unlocking. What, a spicy story? Is that what we unlocked? We'll get the next goal set up here shortly. The next goal on the TikTok side is going to be for a spicy story and a Tony Spark appearance. All right, then. All right. Okay, let me get down to a spicy story then. Ladies and gents, it is time for a spicy story. Okay, Tony Spark is keeping track. Angel.
Keeping track.
Yeah, it's not. We're at 8 out of 15. It's not tracking for whatever reason. YouTube goal be broken. All right. Spicy story side. Allie Bean, anybody else who's interested in submitting a story, the preferred route is to post your story on the Dusty Thunder subreddit. That way it gets in front of the community there and you get immediate feedback. Plus there's no guarantee that if you send it in directly to us that it does get used. But if you only want to send it in directly to us, you can do that at dusty-thunder.com. There's a form to submit your story there. Okay, here we go. Spicy story time. Am I the Askinoff for telling my brother I met his new girlfriend at an AA meeting? Oh my. There's an obvious conflict here, right? So, am I the Astronaut for telling my brother I met his new girlfriend at an AA meeting? Okay, starting to pull. Based off title alone, like you have this. I mean, do you honor the anonymous structure of AA, or do you honor the bond with your brother? Like, where do those land? Does the anonymous structure of AA supersede blood familial relationships?
Yes.
Candy Thunder says yes. She says yes, it does.
If you don't respect it, it won't work.
Okay, so Candy Thunder has added a YTA. Where would you put him here? You read the whole story. You can't vote. You don't count.
I haven't read the update.
Okay, so based on title alone,
I would put him at a 1 or 2. It's it if you don't respect it, it's not gonna AA won't work if you don't respect it.
All
I
right.
feel very strongly about this.
I'm following the lead here at Ascon 2, as it definitely shouldn't have done that by breaching the anonymity of AA. Anonymity? Anonymity.
Yeah.
Anonymity. Anonymity. Anonymity.
Yeah.
AA is Alcoholics Anonymous.
I'm with Magic Drop. Okay. The poll is 33% ASCON 1 and 24.7% ASCON 2 and then 15% ASCON 3 and then 16% NTA.
Okay, so it is awfully spread out here. Let's dive in and see where we're actually at. We're at ASCON 2. Definitely shouldn't have done it. My brother started dating this new girl, and I realized I recognized her from AA. I'm not an addict, but my lawyer recommended I attend some AA meetings to help strengthen an ongoing case against me. I know it's her because I remember her very unique name from the AA meeting, and she also talked for a very long time. I thought it was important to mention it to my brother is because I'm worried about her as a partner to him. In AA, she mentioned that not only did she use hard drugs, but also that she feels like she can't control herself. She also admitted to drugs making her verbally aggressive and unstable emotionally, and at the same time, she was not sober. And at the time, she was not sober. I know my brother, and I know that he holds himself and his partners to a high standard, and that he hates drama in his relationship. I told him what she said, and he broke up with her, and she basically stalked me and also called me an untrustworthy bitch who ruined her experience with AA. Honestly, I think I was just trying to help my brother out, but some of my friends think it was messed up for me to tell him. But I think it's better for him to know what kind of person she is ahead of time. Am I the Astronaut? Edit. To clear up some things because a lot of people are assuming a lot. I am fighting my case because I believe the legal system is corrupt, but I want to be accountable in other ways. I don't regularly drink and drive. I don't even drink at all. The night was the worst night of my life, and I would take it back in a heartbeat. All I'm asking is opinions on how I should have handled the situation with this girl, not to talk about whether I deserve to rot in jail because of my DUI. I do not condone drinking and driving, and I think it's a very serious crime, and I understand the gravity of my actions. Okay, before getting into the update.
Does this person understand the gravity of their actions? Because they really downplayed.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about that.
What they did in the first thing. And I think anyone who downplays a DUI or drinking and driving to make a point in a fucking AITA story, I'm like, I don't want to hear anything else you have to say because you are an ASCON 1. You're a terrible human. Because that just fucking pisses me off.
That makes sense. And Magic, drop your statement here. He didn't want to be there, so he doesn't respect AA. He's 100% Ascon 1. Okay, so
I don't know if it's a woman or a man, but a sister or brother, I'm not sure. But like this person does not respect what AA means. doesn't give a shit about their drinking and driving because they're not taking it seriously by respecting what AA means. And I'm sorry, but that is just you. And I know it's not about their drinking and driving, but the damage you could have done to someone, like, and then to downplay it like this, you've a big hole to climb out of, because that's ridiculous.
You got a big hole to climb out of. Look at it this way, OP. Let's say that you started dating somebody, and their sibling remembered you from AA, and informed them that you were there. I highly doubt that you would appreciate that. Mm-hmm. I think that you would probably react poorly because you don't view your presence at AA to be indicative of your character.
Right.
You don't view your presence at AA to define who you are as a person, but you cast that judgment for someone else. And Angel, I saw your comment here too. Like, it says NTA still because my sister is mine to protect and a stranger is not. And I understand that. But I don't think, especially if you are part of that system as well, that you can cast that judgment on someone else. And I understand the concern, right? I understand the concern, but I think it's anonymous. I don't know. Do you agree to terms whenever you enter that and say, like, I agree to protect the anonymity? I fucked it up.
Yeah.
I agree to protect the anonymity of this group. Do you agree to that?
I think that you do. I think it's, I mean, I would think so, but I have never been to a meeting.
Yes, you 100% agree to that when you go. Okay, so they agreed to something and then reneged on it. And I think if you agree to something, you agree to something.
I think the brother's girlfriend should have been allowed the opportunity to tell her own story, especially since he or she learned it at an AA meeting. I just think that the AA is there to help people who are addicted, and if we don't give them every possible tool, the more that we out people in AA, the more people are unlikely to use it and the less help they're going to get. So
it's no longer a support structure, it's a risk.
Yes.
Yeah. It's supposed to stay in the room.
All right.
Elise dropped the two, said, did they even use did they even use their brain? That's debatable, right?
I don't like them downplaying drinking and driving. Like, for me, like, I'm having a hard time moving past that fucking
because
point.
they want to brush it under the rug.
Yeah, I didn't need to be there. I was just there, to like help my case.
Yeah,
fuck you.
I will. Yeah, I didn't deserve to be there like the rest of those addicts. Here's the update. My reception last time was not very positive, and I realized that my approach at the time wasn't the best. So in this update, I'm going to try to be emotionless as possible and just give you guys the facts. I showed my brother the thread. We talked about it. He told me he thinks I have a drinking problem.
Shocking.
That was hard to hear. He also reached out to his ex. I don't know the results of that. I reread my replies. The stories about drunk drivers killing loved ones hit me the hardest. I felt a lot of guilt realizing what I did and went into a depression spiral. I think everything I bottled up came out, and I quit my job. I emailed the AA group leader with a lengthy apology. She was upset, of course, but was very kind. I'm banned from AA, but she matched me with someone to talk to. I texted my brother's ex with an apology and an offer to meet up in person. She didn't reply for a few days. Eventually she did and said that she acknowledges, but she also went in on me and went into detail about how much pain I have caused her. She said she cannot forgive me yet. I talked to my lawyer. We're trying to figure out the logistics of a guilty plea without conviction because he thinks that what I did in AA may affect the case. I'll likely get my license revoked and will have to pay a fine. I'm currently jobless and I'm probably going to move back in with my parents until I can be better. There's also a tweet going around saying someone knows me and outed me to my brother. This did not happen. This person was trying to capitalize on a messed up situation for internet points. My brother and I have never met nor interacted with this person. At the moment, I am still very depressed. I'm trying to right my wrongs, but I don't think I can ever do that. However, I think that this was going to come out eventually, and the thread didn't make me depressed. It was the consequences of my own actions. Thank you for helping me see the pain I was causing before it was too late. Edit, I'm not banned from AA in general, just the AA meeting that I went to. Okay. Is this progress?
I mean, seeing acknowledging the hurt that you caused, I think is progress for any human being. But I'm glad that this person took it seriously enough. And I hope that if they do go back to AA, I hope they respect it and give it everything they have so that they can move forward in life. Because, I mean, I've said this so many times, but I believe in second chances, and I believe in programs like this and things to help people get back on their feet. So I hope that this person, like, with their whole heart, does not make the same mistake again.
Yeah, I would agree. Angel dropped the 5 here and said, even in therapy, your confidentiality is based on not being a harm to yourself or others. I understand that. I don't think, what was revealed at that time was a clear presentation of imminent harm.
Right.
But put yourself in this situation. Let's say that you were in there and there was a clear presentation of imminent harm and they were dating your sibling and your sibling had a kid. Like, the situation could get very, very complicated and messy. I understand that.
Why not go to the girlfriend and say, hey, this is something that my sibling needs to know. Please fill them in. Like, I'm giving you till this date. Like, give them the opportunity to tell their story and not you doing it for you when you know that you're not supposed to.
There you go.
Give the person the opportunity to say that.
I would probably talk to her and then the AA group leader before taking any kind of steps to out that person. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And just jumping in and assuming that you're right in your power.
A great idea of talking to that leader and that person. And still respecting it, and then still getting your brother or whoever the information you believe that they need. But at the end of the day, we have to give these programs a chance to work, and doing what OP did was detrimental to that. So.
And detrimental to their own case.
Yeah.
Found a little bit of karma there, it sounds like.
Right.
Hatter dropped another 50 bomb, said it's entirely up to the ex-girlfriend if she wants to tell OP's brother about her past. You took that away from her because you thought you were helping. No, you were not. This feels like someone telling a person their secret without approval. I agree. Mama Silver, member for 25 months, said, hey, Thunder Crew, hope you guys are having a great week. Hope everybody here is having a great week. Happy hump day, hit like. Thank you so much for that. Angel dropping a 2. That's 100% fair, Candy. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, it's a fucked up, complicated situation. I'll tell you that for sure.
It is. It's messy story number 2. It is very complicated. And like, it sucks. It sucks that OP did what they did. It sucks that people get addicted to substances. But I don't know. It's just, it makes me sad.
Yeah. It is sad. Are these all going to be Debbie Downers today, Tony Spark? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. And welcome to Tony Spark's fall depressive era, where all of our stories are going to be dark and depressive. I'm just kidding. The dark rain outside is indicative here.
That's true. They match the vibe today.
Yeah, definitely match the vibe. No, it's. I think this is one of these situations that had we not read the story, I would have never thought about. And I'm glad that we're having this as a group discussion too, because it's complicated, right? It's something that I feel like you need the input of others to figure out how to navigate through. Because we had this discussion together, know exactly what I would do if ever faced with that kind of situation. But before we had this discussion, I have no fucking clue. Like, what? It's wild. It is definitely wild. All right, a little bit of catch up here, and then we'll dive over to our next story. Oh no, douche. Said douche deluche. It was raining here. Oh, you wish it was raining there. It's in the 90s and your AC is broken. A lot of ACs breaking down this time of year. It's like into summer. They're finally like, I can't do anymore. Joyce Brown, is Tony in week 3? JK. Yes. They said, is Tony in week 3? Oh, good gravy. Yes, it happens when besties start cycling together, Michelle, Allie Bean dropping the finger hearts there. Sam Gilmore dropping the 350 too. Thanks so much. Charisse dropping the 50 finger hearts there too. Thank you so much. And the heart me too. Michelle, Allie Bean again there. Thank you so much for the love. Greatly appreciate it. Good gravy. Elise, I saw your comment there too. That is terrible. Just terrible. I'm just sticking with the fire scene for the thanks here. Do you guys like it? Angel dropping another 5. Final approach for landing. We'll have to catch y'all catch the rest on the recording. Love y'all. Love you too. Be safe. Have fun. Have fun navigating through the airport there. It's always a good time. Flying back home. Flying back to Dallas. Also, I think the winter call that we're arranging from the Channelversary with Angel, we're trying to set it up where we can meet Joe as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Very cool.
So we're trying to arrange that. That'll be awesome. They are magical flames. Speaking of magic, I got to bring Candy Thunder up for this 30-second segue, 30-second tangent, and then we'll dive into our next story here.
I don't know what this is about.
By the way, how are we doing on our goals
Buckle
right
in,
now?
kids. Almost there. Halfway. A little over halfway.
A little over halfway on the TikTok side. YouTube side, we are what?
We have 4 to go.
4 to go. 4 to go on the YouTube side.
1,500 to go.
Okay, 1,500 to go on the TikTok side. Okay, the next book has been decided.
Oh.
The follow-up to Piano Man. The next book has been decided, and it finally got to a point where I got kind of over the research hump of it, and I've started kind of developing plot and storyline and characters and how this is going to play together. And at this point, I pulled Candy Thunder in, and we've been discussing ideas of how the story arc is going to go and who's involved and what happens here. And the ideas are just flying right now.
I'll take my credit in the forward of the book, please.
Okay, sure.
Is it the unlicensed biography?
Yes, it's the unlicensed biography of Tony Spark. That's what it is. That's what it is. But I think you guys are really, really, really gonna like it. There are a lot of different elements going into this, and I also think, at least at this point, it for sure has the ability to be not a one-off. It has the ability to be a series. So we'll see where that goes. But I'm excited about it right now. I am emboldened. I'm taking a lot of notes, having a lot of random ideas that I'm having to write down, like sitting in the doctor's office waiting room. Like there are so many ideas flying right now, and everything is starting to come together, and the story is starting to kind of clarify in our minds. So
I'm so proud of you.
so excited. So it's going to be such a fucking full circle moment too, once we're finally able to release that. Ah, yes. Okay. Let's dive over to our next story here. Am I just jumping back up to story number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Radiant Decay, all the vibes, all the comforting vibes for you and your family. Got the news today. Sister-in-law only has a few days left.
I'm so sorry.
We're all here with you. All here with you. Shan loves to read. Wait, you're writing? Yeah, actually, I have one book out there already. It is Piano Man. You can kind of see it up on there. But it is on... It's on Amazon. And I have done the audiobook for it as well on Audible. So you can check those out. But yes, I've written one. It's kind of a novella. It's not a full-length novel. This one, maybe. We'll see. We'll see where it ends up. All right, here is our next story, ladies and gentlemen. Am I the astronaut for confronting my sister over allowing dogs to her wedding and not children? Pew! Would you like to start a poll, love? Am I the astronaut for confronting my sister over allowing dogs to her wedding and not children? Joanne Harrison, perfectly timed, sent in the Husky for 800 joules. Perfectly timed. That's an odd decision. Apple says, I mean, what do you mean confronting? Yeah, confronting, yeah. Miss Prissy, 100% trust dogs more than kids. It is her wedding. Her wedding, her money, her rules. Yeah, I don't know. This is an IDFK for me right now. Yeah, it's like Taylor, we have like just cats, no humans at all.
Except me.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Candy and Tony, for sure. I won't be invited. If Candy gets invited, Tony's going to be your +1, and I just won't get to go.
I'm not sure. His face. You're a little extroverted at weddings?
Oh.
Who do you think will introduce you to all the celebrities?
Okay.
Okay.
Me.
Yeah. Candy Thunder's an introvert at a wedding, and Tony Thunder
You need me at the weddings to introduce you to all the celebrities because you know that I would be best friends with every celebrity there.
Tony's a social butterfly.
I would be doing keg stands with Travis Kelce. I would be everybody's best friend at the wedding. You know this is true.
And you and I would be sitting at a table alone talking to no one.
Well, Candy would be because you wouldn't be there. But it was just that was just.
You will leave me in the dust. Okay, poll results are AskCon 2 with 30%, AskCon 1 with 19%, and AskCon 3 with 19%.
All right, let's dive in. My 34 female sister, 26 female, got married a few weeks ago. When she sent the invite, she stated it was a child-free wedding, which, while was disappointing for my two kids, 13 and 11, was understandable. We've had a few child-free weddings in my family. It sucks, but there was always someone to babysit the kids. She gets along great with my kids. They love their Aunt Stacy. She even offers to take them places during the summer, museums, movies, etc., without any prompts. They were a little disappointed, my daughter especially, because she and my sister bonded in a big sister, little sister sort of way during planning. She even helped pick out the centerpieces for the tables. So when I told my kids they couldn't come, Megan was quite upset and cried that night. I talked to her about how her aunt just wanted to ensure her guests were able to be themselves, and if they got a little too wild, they weren't doing it in front of children, etc. Weddings can be a little wild, and with Stacy's guest list being a much more younger crowd, that kind of was what happened. It was an outdoor wedding with a lot of space. I noticed a guest had a dog with her and just assumed it was a medical alert dog, but then several other guests came with dogs, and they were running around engaging with guests, barking loudly and, well, doing what dogs do on grass. When we started dancing, the dogs were chasing each other through the dance floor and even caused a guest to trip and fall. They were okay. I was upset, but again, it's my sister's wedding. I didn't say anything to her and honestly wasn't going to. That is, until Stacy invited me and Megan to lunch to look at the pictures. Megan declined. She was still upset, but I went and we had a good lunch. When I saw the pictures, I noticed there were several pictures of just the dogs. I asked Stacy if she was going to post those on social, and she said yes. Knowing Megan would see them, I told her the truth behind Megan not wanting to come to lunch. I told her about Megan and how she hurt her feelings. And now she was insulted because her aunt picked dogs over her to go to the wedding. I told Stacy she needs to apologize to Megan if she ever wanted to repair the relationship they once had. Stacy didn't say anything, left some money on the table, and walked away. Our mom started to text me saying I needed to apologize to Stacy for the way I lashed out at her, and that Megan is a kid and she'll get over this, but Stacy will now feel bad about her entire wedding. Stacy's maid of honor even texted me saying that if Stacy wanted 100 dogs and no kids, it was her wedding and my kid shouldn't be upset over not going. Now I wonder if I should have kept my mouth shut and not ruined my sister's memory of her wedding by telling her that her niece now resents her for her choices. Boy, this is a fuster cluck. Okay.
I think both things can be true. Stacy gets to have whatever she wants at her wedding because it is her wedding, but that doesn't mean that the niece who feels like her sister doesn't get to be upset. Like, those are her feelings. So both things can be happening at the same time. Do you think the mom should have said something to Stacy?
The mom?
Her sister.
Oh.
Megan's mom. I don't know.
Well, I want to backtrack just a little bit here because what OP said to Stacy was that she was upset and that Stacy needed to apologize or she would resent her. But why does OP's daughter feel the way that she feels? There are two factors there. One is Stacy included her in the planning process and they kind of had a little bonding going on there. I feel like Stacy missed an opportunity to talk to her before sending the invites to clarify that it was going to be child free and that this, because it was going to be child free, she was including her in this process so she could still be part of it. So there would have been clarification. Nobody would have been surprised there. I feel like Stacy dropped the ball there, but it is her wedding, her choice. I feel like the other reason that OP's daughter is upset is because of OP. Because OP made it a thing, right? OP made it a thing whenever she was talking about the dogs. She made it a thing. Well, actually, OP hasn't told her daughter about the dogs being there yet.
She asked if they were going to be posted to social media where her daughter would see them.
So her daughter was already hers. So I feel like at this point, like, you can say, hey, I think Megan's going to feel this way. Stop there. I don't think you can say you need to apologize. Right. You need to reach out. No, she's a big girl. She's a married woman. Let her let her handle her own shit. You can give her a heads up that Megan might be upset when she sees these, but you can't tell her what to do either. I do think if Stacy would have clarified this with Megan ahead of time, it would have avoided this whole mess, and then she could have enjoyed and treasured the being a part of the planning process a little bit better here. So it's almost kind of an ESH.
That's what I was going to say.
Not for having dogs instead of kids there, but for not communicating that ahead of time to somebody who really got their hopes up because they were part of the process.
100%. ESH.
Did I do good?
Yes. And so someone asked if sister there. So OP is Stacy's sister and said that her daughter, who is 13, had developed a sister-like bond with their aunt because they were closer.
During the planning process. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had gotten closer in that way.
Was it not on the invitation? Dogs allowed, but not kids? I don't think so, because OP says she just saw that it was kid free at the wedding.
Yeah, because OP didn't know that dogs were like invited or whatever until she got
was there, and it was dogs running around, which sounds like a really fun wedding, honestly. And I mean, like, dogs are not the same thing as kids, and if the kids not being there was because they wanted to get rowdy and not worry about being rowdy in front of kids, they don't have to worry about being rowdy and a little tipsy in front of dogs, right? I mean, our dogs would judge us, but
I do think Stacy, like, going and getting her mom involved and her maid of honor texting OP. I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah,
she could have kept
in the troops.
She could have kept it between her and her sister, and she could have gotten upset about it, but then communicated to her sister. Like, I don't know. Just when you bring in other people and then they're attacking the person you're mad at, like, it's just, especially when it's a mom who's supposed to be neutral, like, it's very messy.
That's war. Like, you're starting a war. You're taking a personal one-on-one conversation and turning into a war at that point, which is not cool. So I think there are a couple of steps that were missed here that could have avoided a lot of drama.
Stacy's a bigger asshole than OP for me because of that.
I would agree.
And because of not communicating with Megan beforehand when you involved her in the process, I think that communication should have happened.
It's not about the dogs. So it's not about having dogs at the wedding. It's about missing a step and getting somebody's hopes up and then leaving them hanging.
I think OP would be a 4. Like, you could have handled it differently, maybe. And Stacy would be like a 2 or 3 for me.
I think ESH is fair there.
Yeah.
There. What is the term for, like, getting your hopes up about being able to go to a wedding but not being able to go? Would that be bluebells?
Next story.
Little bit of ketchup. Come on. It makes sense, doesn't it? I'm a turd. Womp womp, Miss HH. God's blessed Wonder Woman. For some people, dogs are their kids, especially for us who can't have them. I understand. But for the people who were concerned about, not wanting to be tipsy in front of kids, being tipsy in front of dogs is a completely different thing. Like, your dogs will just watch you do everything, and I mean everything. And they may not vocally judge you, but they're watching, collectively groaning. There you go.
Your wit, though, it's so quick and amazing.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
I'm quick. That's my thing. I'm quick. All right.
It bodes well for me that speed impresses you.
Yes. All right, I'm at story number 3. Tony Spark, is that right? Okay, here we go. Is the new book a book of dad jokes, Tony? It should be. It should be. I'd have it written in an afternoon.
You'd be so good at that.
I should, I need to do a compilation of dad jokes. I'll start a new channel and it'll just be all dad jokes. All right, here we go. Am I the astronaut for skipping my anniversary dinner to go to a coworker's farewell? Words hard. Am I the astronaut for skipping my anniversary dinner to go to a coworker's farewell party? Where's farewell? So hard for me to say. Farewell. Farewell. Am I the astronaut for skipping my anniversary dinner to go to a coworker's farewell party? Sounds like, yeah. Those two things should not be even. Had her drop the 5. Don't worry, Dusty and Candy. I will put you at the table with other introvert people. There you go. There you go. Well, it's very silent. It's a very quiet table. Yes, we all just kind of look down and twiddle our thumbs. Okay. I think, yes, this is something that you definitely should. I'm going to not put you all the way at AskCon 1 yet, because I'm hoping there's a damn good reason for it, but I'm still putting you an ask on 2. You definitely shouldn't skip your anniversary party or anniversary dinner to go to a coworker's farewell party. Unless that coworker is your AP, and then you're an even bigger asshole, right? Like, so it's not looking good. It's not looking good. How's our poll? Just started it. Okay. I like how after I read a title, no matter how many times we've done this, I look at Candy Thunder and I'm like, you want to start a poll? And she's like, oh, yeah. It's like, no matter how many times we've done it, it is.
I'm also a mod.
Yeah,
I'm monitoring.
I understand.
I'm moderating.
You're doing lots of jobs. Lots of jobs at once. Lots of jobs. Are the graphics broken again? I don't know. Are they? Is something broken? No, I don't think so. Skipping indicates it was already planned. Snazzy Cat, that's fair. Yep, I'm an ask on 2. No, they're not broken. No, because I'm using the card. No, that's just I use those for the game in the beginning where we guess based on title alone. Such a black hole move. Are you talking about me, Rael? Good to see you, by the way. You got Bluebell in your head now? Ask on 2?
Ice cream.
Ascon 2 ticket with 48.8%, followed by Ascon 1, 32.8.
Sounds fair. All right.
We had a couple vote black hole. Dun, dun, dun.
Couple black holes. Okay. I-35 female have been married to my husband, 38 male, for almost 2 years. Why did I assume OP was going to be a dude who skipped the anniversary dinner?
Dusty Punder.
Dusty Punder?
Fucking love it.
Wait, who posted that?
Dark Lord of All.
Dark Lord of All?
New channel would be Dusty
Punder? Deal. Done.
Oh my gosh, I
Perfect.
wish there was a Dusty Punder day on,
Well done.
on your channel.
We need to have a Dusty Punder day.
Yes, it's like dad jokes and puns.
Look what you've started. Dark
So
Lord.
quick. It's only coming into your veins.
The Dark Lord has brought a new era upon us. All right. I-35 female have been married to my husband, 38 male, for almost 2 years. Since my company went remote last year, I've been working from home full time, which, while I like the flexibility, I have missed the social interaction of being in the office. I've been making an effort to have lunch with my coworkers occasionally, and it has helped me feel like I still have a life outside of the house. One of my closest work friends, James, just got promoted and is moving to Europe. He has been with the company for years, and a lot of us are going to miss him. The team is throwing him a farewell party next Thursday, and I told my husband I was planning to go. That is when he reminded me that Thursday is our wedding anniversary. He said he had already made dinner reservations as a surprise. I genuinely felt bad for forgetting, but I told him we could still celebrate the next day or over the weekend. I've got a red flag here. Sorry, I about read the same paragraph again. He said it's not the same and that it feels like I am putting a coworker ahead of him. He did not yell or argue, but instead got quiet and started doing this thing where he mopes around and acts really sad without really saying much. I told him anniversaries can be celebrated any time and this dinner is a one-time thing. James is leaving the country. I will not have another chance to see him off. My husband, on the other hand, will be here the next day, the day after that, and so on. Now, he has been a bit distant all week, like I personally attacked him by not canceling my plans. It feels like I am dealing with a kid who is pouting because his birthday party did not go exactly how he pictured it. I get that anniversaries are special to some people, but I honestly do not think this is that big of a deal. We have only been married 2 years, and to me, the important milestones are 5, 10, and so on, not every single year. I'm still willing to celebrate, just not on that exact Thursday. I see some problems here. What do you think, Tater Rooney?
I don't even know. The fact that she says we've only been married 2 years, and to me the important milestones are blah blah blah. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I'm still trying to formulate my opinion on this one. I know I'm stumped for words. It's the first.
Okay, here's where I'm at. When you're in a relationship, particularly when you're married, if it matters to one person, it needs to matter to both of you, at least to some degree, right? It's not just about one person's desires here, which means that you think it's really important to see your coworker off. The fact that you are indeed choosing to see a male coworker the night of your anniversary dinner instead of doing dinner with your husband says a lot, and putting myself in his shoes would hurt, right? The fact that you also did not offer any kind of compromise to say here, like, how about we go to dinner? And then if you are okay with it, why don't we both go swing by this party and at least see him off, right?
There you
I
go.
feel like I have a duty to do that. He's a friend. I would love for you to come with me. I want to be with you that night. You're my husband. And it sounds a little bit like you take him for granted in general. And maybe that's why he's acting the way that he's acting. He had this planned. He made reservations as a surprise. And you're like, oh, you brushed it off like it wasn't a big deal at all. And even now you justify it by saying it's not a big deal to you. It's not a big deal to you. It's clearly a bigger deal to him, and you're not respecting that, which elevates your ASCON level for me, because this isn't just about that day. This is about the fundamentals of your marriage now, and you not respecting how he feels about things, right? So you've got an imbalance. You've got a communication issue here, and you're going to have to work through a lot of that. So good luck on getting to those milestones where you would be willing to honor the plans, because right now what you're doing isn't going to allow you to continue at least a functional relationship. Does that get you started? That get you enough, Amber?
No, it did. It's my brain's just not firing on all cylinders
Mine
today.
isn't either.
I feel like, no, I think that if you went out of your way to make reservations for our anniversary, there's no way I'm missing that, because you took the time and initiative to do that and remembered our anniversary and all of those things. But I think her inability to compromise whatsoever with what her husband had planned for her, I think makes her a huge asshole, because she was prioritizing the coworker over her husband when you pointed out like a great compromise, which was going to dinner and then going to meet up with coworkers after with her husband.
Yeah.
Or even just inviting her husband to the going away party instead of going by herself on their anniversary.
Yes.
Or going to the party and then going to dinner, whatever that looks like, but even offering a compromise. But her husband's response to this seems like maybe not the first time this has happened in their relationship, where he's been dismissed. And so when you shut down like that after, like, I don't know, obviously this is just conjecture, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and I understand different people feel different ways about this. And Mercy, I see your comment here. She didn't know it was planned. I agree with her. They could go out the next day. I've been married for 16 years and my husband travels for work, so we don't usually get to spend those special days together. I understand. And it not like the two things happening on the same day and there being a conflict. That's not really the issue for me. The issue for me is that she was 100% dismissive of plans he was trying to make and didn't try to compromise at all. There was no compromising. It was, this is what I'm doing. You can fuck your plans off. It's not a big deal. So her immediately just adopting, that would have been the compromise.
I mean, I think that would have been fine to make your husband be like, hey, this is really important to me. Can we go to this together and then go to dinner the next night?
Yeah.
Like that's
the bigger,
easy
that's the
to
bigger
make
issue.
your partner feel like what they did is not unnoticed. Like you see that and you appreciate that. Let's just move it one night and go to both.
And her justification here is really just shows that she already takes him for granted. Yeah, they're only 2 years in, and she's like, he's going to be there every day. This is my last chance, my only chance to see this coworker off. Okay. By the same token, or I guess the other side of that coin is that you are prioritizing a coworker acquaintance over your spouse.
And I think people are going to see it differently. Like you and I mean, we can do stuff apart. It's totally fine. But like when it comes to doing stuff where we prefer to spend time together, and not every couple is like that. So our view on this story is going to be different from couples who have a different system that works a certain way for them. So I think that's important to remember.
Well, okay. But regardless, look at their situation. He's hurt. She's dismissive. You can't deny those facts. He is hurt and she is dismissive. That's the problem that we're zeroed in here. So regardless of how any of us would handle it ourselves, that's the issue here, is that he is hurt and she is dismissive. And now she's like, am I the asshole because I'm dismissive, basically? And in my view, you need to take that a little bit more seriously and at least have a conversation about it. And instead of just being like, no, we cannot do that, we'll do this instead, have a discussion, come up with a compromise, still celebrate. Celebrating your anniversary should be the priority there. depending on your relationship, right? At least your husband thinks so. And that's where the balance has to come in, is that if you go the direction that you want to go right now, sure, you do you, boo, but you're accepting the risk of your husband getting hurt in the process, like he already is, except worse. So
I do think that he needs to communicate exactly what is upsetting him instead of like the not like sulking.
Yeah.
Walking around sulking, silent treatment type situation. I do think he needs to communicate what is exactly upsetting.
Yes.
And they're early in marriage, like that. Hopefully that comes with time and that they learn to figure it out. But so maybe an ESH.
It could be an ESH because there is a communication there as well, or communication problem there too. Somebody said up here, hold on, I got to find it real quick.
I can't read that far away.
Oh yeah, Triona. Wait a minute here. You have a hubby that actually remembers your anniversary and plans a special evening for the two of you to celebrate your life for one another, and it's not a big deal. Black hole. I understand some people feeling like that, right? It's a big deal, but there's obviously a communication issue there, and they are early in marriage. You're right, Tater. So that hopefully will work its way through there too. So they have different priorities that they have to get straightened out.
Settle in at 3 and figure it out.
Settle in at 3 and figure it out. Just write it out. You'll get there eventually. Okay, so am I the astronaut for skipping my anniversary dinner to go to a coworker's farewell party? Where are we officially at here? ESH?
Sure.
Okay, we'll officially go ESH here because of a communication issue on hubby's side. I personally feel like wifey is a bigger asshole here and is at an ASCON too. For definitely shouldn't do that.
Oh, for sure. The wife is 100% the bigger asshole there.
Where do you want me to go here?
Scroll up just a little bit.
What are you looking for?
Oh, he did. So someone said that he did communicate his feelings. He said it's not the same and that it feels like I'm putting a coworker ahead of him. Yeah. He did not yell or argue, but instead got quiet.
No,
So he shut down.
I understand him communicating that. It was the shutdown afterwards where he just got mopey instead of trying. And maybe that was because she was dismissive, right?
Sure. That's what I'm saying. So at some point in his life, something has caused him to not be able to, shut down your feelings.
Early marriage communication issues, I think. Yeah. But yeah, there's the vibe that she takes him for granted. Faux show, unfortunately. Art Tiffy, am I the only one getting constant SMS reminders? How constant are you getting them? We only go live twice a week. And you can unsubscribe from then if you want to. If you aren't getting SMS reminders and you want them, you can sign up for the SMS stream reminders at dusty-thunder.com. It'll ping you with an SMS, hopefully, 30 minutes before the stream. Yep. Need a happy story? Getting a little bit of catch up here over on the Tiki-Taki side. Sabs with the heart cake. Thank you so much. Jess LeBlanc dropping the finger hearts there too. Sahasrala in the house here. Dropping the finger hearts there too. Sam Gilmore, thank you so much. Sahasrala dropping even more. And Sam dropping even more and more and more and more and more. Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. We hit the TikTok goal. All right. So you guys have unlocked a spicy story and a Tony Spark appearance. The next thing we're going to unlock is going to be a petty revenge story, a Kate and Thunder appearance, and confetti. In particular order here, we got Sam Goofballs in the house in the number 1 spot again at 4.7K. Thank you so much. Overkill Mill in the number 2 spot at 2.6K. Spicy Calico Cat in the number 3 spot at 2.4K. Look at you all. Top 3 all 2K and up. Kicking ass. Number 4 spot, Nikki Britt Gibson at 950. You guys are kicking ass tonight. Thank you so much. Mela Oso in the number 5 spot, Sabrina Janine, Charisse Gronwald, Haunted Gal, Big Beard, Jennifer in Texas, Civil War Mormon, Joycey Brown, Ms. Lewis, Scarlet Sky, DeRoshko, Elise Kutch, Crystal Williams, Oma Loves Disney, Candy Thunder, Sarah Barracuda, Aunt Sue, Cap Girl, Carrie T, Ducky Mama, Janice C 2014, M. Henry, Sherry Sosa, Inked and Nerdy. Pet Fam Life, Jane Rawlings, Log Home Chic as Plunda, Violet Green, Karen Jordan, Megath, Vashti Dances, Jerry Lee Go Forth, Ms. D, Annie Butchers, Anna, Susie Skulls, and Megan Ashworth. Thank you guys so much for the love. You have unlocked Tony Spock and a spicy story. Why don't we go ahead and bring him up? You ready for that? You ready for a Tony Spock appearance, y'all?
Are you ready for it?
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Spock!
Oh my god, it's Tony Spock!
Bye.
Hello, people. How are you wonderful?
People now.
How are you wonderful people on the interwebs doing today?
Everybody get together. Don't touch each other's body.
How are you doing, Tony?
I'm all
What
right.
kind of news is happening in your life?
No news. No news this week.
New news.
New news. I'm good. I'm a little more reserved today and less, joyful as I was than I was this time yesterday. What was my reaction to the engagement? Well, it's funny because Dusty was on a call at his desk, and so it was very quiet in the office. And one of my friends sent me an Instagram, she sent me a message, and it said, whatever she says from Taylor Swift. And I looked, I'm like, I didn't even look at the message. I went straight to Taylor's Instagram, and I went, oh my God. And Shane turned around and was like, what? I was like, they're engaged. And on Tuesdays, Candy Thunder is not in here. So this was a tragedy that she was not in here for this.
Fucking tragic.
It was bad. So then I was like, they're engaged. And so I immediately go to a messenger, and I'm like, oh my god, OMG, check your message. And then she didn't it didn't see that she read them. So I'm like, I've got to call her. I'm gonna have to call her. And then right then it rang, and it was Candy Thunder. And I went to the back and I answered the phone, and all I heard was, oh my god. And I was like, oh my god. And then I blacked out after that. So I don't really know what happened.
If you had picked it up a second sooner, I was like, hey, Tony, answer the fucking phone.
Yeah, it was. That's
an
what
emergency.
it was. We were both freaking out, and then, it was wild. And then it was just a day of bliss and joy and happiness for the lovely couple.
I spent too much time on social media
She
yesterday.
did spend a lot of time on social media.
Oh, bitch, please.
I did not spend as much time as you did, but she was. That's true. I don't know how to change the camera over to you to do it.
That is so shit.
That is not shit.
That is such a lie.
That is not a
You
lie.
sent me 17 videos.
And then you were sending me more things than I was
Whatever.
sending you. And then I had sent her, or she sent me something later, and I was like, oh yeah, I saw that. And she's like, and you didn't send it to me? And I was like, I figured you'd already seen it.
Also, I love how Travis's dad is like, oh, here's what happened, and here's where it was. And
Yeah,
this
Travis
is
is,
what it's been
Ed Kelsey is Tree Payne's nightmare right now.
I bet.
She's just like, oh my God. I was like, you signed the letter, Ed. And yeah.
It was, did you just move my camera up? I was dunking down.
It was a lot. And,
I said dunking instead of ducking.
I was getting a lot of texts and a lot of texts from people, which was funny. And just clicking through my Instagram story, it was everybody's Instagram story was that. It was awesome.
I know I went to post it in our VIP group, and by the time I got there, within 10 minutes of it being posted, 2 people were already there, and I was like...
Somebody posted in there, the gift that I replied with. She was like, that's the gift you decided to respond with? And I was like, I don't know. I panicked with one. I blacked out. I don't know what's happening. I can't focus long enough to pick one.
Wait, Elise said, Instagram told me that Tony and Candy both posted to their stories, so I knew something was up.
Yeah, it was...
It's true.
It was crazy. It was awesome. Super happy for both of them. Hopefully we get an invite to the wedding. And I would love to officiate.
I don't know. I just love love. I love watching people fall in love and their love story. I just love it all. I love rom-coms.
It's just great. And then when you really dive into what he just did so good. He did so good.
You see Dusty behind. I always go the wrong way.
Yeah.
Oh wait, dude, there's something else back there too.
She
Oh, my
broke-
chair's in the way.
She broke the internet. She broke Instagram. It was crazy.
Why is it backwards? It's my
What are you
picture
talking
that Cake made.
All
All right, I need
Tracy
to.
Dusty.
I gotta, yeah. I have to sit back down.
Okay. So I gotta move your camera.
Anyway,
why you moved it in the first
hope y'all are having a good day. And yeah, the ring is awesome. It's all great. It's just all great. We're
the dust is
super
gonna
excited. We're super excited for it. We're ready for
Yeah, it looks.
Pictures in wedding dresses. We've talked about the dates of the wedding, who's going to be the bridesmaids, who's going to be the groomsmen, the flower girls, what's going to happen. We pretty much planned the whole wedding.
I'll be there, obviously.
Sometimes
So-
we just look at each other and we're like,
Yeah. Because we'll see something and one of us will show something to each other. Someone will be like,
well, here's Dustin came home from work probably like 30 minutes early. And I hadn't seen anyone besides my dad who said, "Oh, well, I thought they were already married." And I was like, "Dad, stop reading Facebook stuff." And then I tell my dad and Navy, who's like, "Yay." And I see Dustin comes home and I'm like, "Look at this. Look at this." My phone was in his face like 47 times. I'm like, "But look at it."
that's what he said. And then it was funny because she was sending me stuff throughout the day. And then she sent me one. She goes, "This is the last one for the 3:00 hour." And it was like 3:58. And then a few minutes later, there was more. But it was fantastic. It was just a beautiful day of joy yesterday.
Yeah.
It was great.
I'm happy.
It was a day for love.
It was a day for
Celebrated
love. It was a day that love won
Love won.
yesterday. Love won.
My birthday month birthdayed.
Yeah, the love story. The love story won, and it was great. And it's just proof that just shoot your shot. You know, it's the ultimate deal. The guy walked in there with the friendship bracelet, and he's walking out with the wife. I mean, it's working out pretty
So
good.
true.
It worked out great. But anyway, okay, guys. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Please don't forget to follow at @TonySpark_. I'll need followers to get through my deep, dark depression of the next winter months.
He won't post. He just wants to know you're there.
Yeah, there probably won't be many posts now because summer's like almost over. It's gonna be sad. I'm upset about it. I was like looking out the window depressingly the other day because the like season is the end is upon us. So yeah, at least we have love.
He's disappeared off part of the frame now. Yeah.
At least we have love.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Spark.
Tony Spark. So yeah, I've got the preset buttons, and it will raise and lower based on.
Don't knock over my
That
diet.
was a close one. I did order Candy
I did
Thunder
that
a clamp-on cup holder for her cups over here during the stream, so she won't have to use the little side table anymore. There was the news yesterday. There were multiple times where Candy Thunder was like, "Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to show you," and then I think Navy was in the bath or something, and I had gone outside. I was out back, and I hear the back door open, and she goes, "They were engaged 2 weeks ago," and then closes the door and goes back in, just like random tidbits she was dropping throughout the night.
And then I came back out and said, it's been 13 days since she told us about our album, and now it's been 13 days. How Taylor is that? And then I shut the door. And he was just like, "Stop.
Dude.
It's too much." Yeah, I know.
I messed it up. There, that's better. Okay. All right. Here we go. We'll
Much,
dive into our next
much
story here.
better.
Much better. Much better. Okay, I am on story 4. Is that correct? Oh no, we unlocked a spicy story into Tony appearance, so I get to do another spicy story, y'all. Yeah. Let's do, huh?
Okay.
Is your mic on still? All right, here we go. Spicy reward story time. Turn the heat lamps on. This one is, am I the astronaut for telling my sister she wasn't always the chosen one? Poll is started. Look at that.
I started it on time.
Look at that.
I did it.
Am I the astronaut for telling my sister she wasn't always the chosen one? I don't know. I EFK about this one. I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, it sounds like a shitty thing to say. It also sounds like a sibling thing to say. You know what I mean? You weren't always the golden child. I once held that mantle, and then we found you under a rock. And suddenly, you took my job. IDFK. IDFK. It sounds like a sibling kind of statement, right? ESH is fair. ESH is definitely fair. Who is she, Harry Potter?
You're the chosen.
Coin toss, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay, poll results are 43% NTA, 28% ESH, and 8% ASCON 3.
Okay. So NTA, ESH, ASCON 3. We really did tell Tipsy Thunder that she was found under a rock for a good portion of her life.
Yeah, I was told I was adopted because I didn't look like my mom.
Good gravy. We're terrible. Am I the astronaut for telling my sister she wasn't always the chosen one? Before my brothers and I were born, my mom had a child with an old boyfriend, Penny. Her boyfriend / Penny's bio dad didn't stick around. My mom then met my dad when Penny was 3 and they got married. My dad adopted Penny. My mom then went on to have me and my brothers with our dad. Growing up, Penny was always the apple of my dad's eye. He gave us all attention, but he always went out of his way to make it equal. Around the time she entered her teens, Penny would make the joke, Dad was stuck with you guys, but he chose me. Or refer to herself as the chosen one. My brothers and parents always thought it was hilarious. I thought it was obnoxious. If our brothers and I were ever discussing what traits we got or didn't get from Dad, Penny would break in with, I didn't get anything from him except his last name because I'm the chosen one. Now we're all adults and Penny still trots that out from time to time. Recently, it came up when my siblings and I were out with our partners for drinks. One of my brothers has a newish girlfriend and she wasn't aware of Penny's Penny was telling it. Story. One of my brothers has a newish girlfriend, so she was not aware of Penny's story. Penny was telling it, shoving in that she's the chosen one. I admit I was a little drunk and I said, chosen by our dad. Well, you weren't chosen by your first dad, huh?
Oh my
okay,
gosh.
yeah, that was shitty. Yep, that was a shitty thing to say. I was
Fuck.
definitely shitty. Let me give you another dose of red flags here because, yep. I admit I was a little drunk and said, Penny got a hurt look on her face. My brothers told me that was uncalled for. Even the new girlfriend was looking at me like I was a douche. I said this story is just getting old. We've all heard it, and it's a little ridiculous. My boyfriend ended up calling us an Uber and getting me out of there. Well, of course, word's gotten back to our parents, and they're pissed at me, saying I was rude. I said Penny was just being obnoxious. Am I the astronaut?
Yeah.
Top comments. JFC. Yeah, obviously. YTA. Penny's joke might be annoying, but it's obvious she's overcompensating because being abandoned would cause such big insecurity. Yep. If you had a legitimate issue, you could have discussed it privately, not drop a nuke in the middle of a family dinner. Two things can be true. I still think OP is the astronaut because it's clearly overcompensation, but it's kind of funny. I'm sure more so at different times than others. If anything is going to be said at that dinner, it would be something like, isn't that getting old? It's a bit jaded, but it's less hurtful and more honest about his feelings than saying the hurtful thing about her bio dad not choosing her. Like, make a joke about how often she tells the story or something. It's still not that nice, but more honest about personal feelings and less hostile than the statement that was made. That was inappropriate, even if they fought all the time. It's like a line you don't cross out of understanding how sore that point is. He clearly wasn't empathizing, that's for sure. All that being said, I can understand how annoying this must be, but there's better ways to handle it than being purposefully hurtful. I mean, look, like you've heard it all. You said there was a newish girlfriend there. She didn't know the story. So you're like, we've heard it all. Yeah, no, not all of you have because there's someone brand new there. That's why she's telling the story. And I understand it may be old to you. And there are things, among siblings that I'm sure annoy each other about each other. Mm-hmm. But those are siblings. You don't go for the fucking jugular.
What
did OP mean by saying Penny was the apple of my dad's eye? Go back up. It was like Penny was the apple of my dad's eye.
Yeah. Would give attention to everybody, but would go above and beyond.
He gave us all attention, but he always went out of his way to make it equal.
Yeah.
So how is Penny the apple of the dad's eye if he gave everyone attention and went out of his way to make it equal?
I think
because Penny's not his bio
correct.
child, so he shouldn't make it equal. That's the vibe that it's giving.
So OP views that as giving her extra attention because his bio children in OP's mind are worth more attention. So they took some attention away from them to make it equal with her, and OP resents that. At least OP don't know about other siblings, but OP resents that.
That line bothers me. Like it to me, it says that OP believes Penny shouldn't have the same amount of attention because she is not biologically related to their dad. Like that's what I got from that sentence, and I don't like that. To me, says there's some deep rooted issues between OP and Penny.
Uh-huh.
And
there's a resentment there,
and it doesn't say if OP is male or female. We don't get that information, right?
Nope.
Okay, so we don't know if she's another sister. So if she's the only other girl, then maybe there is some competition that is felt there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, could be. It could be.
Yeah. But you can't say that he favored her, but that he also made it equal, because that doesn't
He favored her by making it equal.
that doesn't work.
That's what she's saying. That's
But
the
I mean,
point.
if that's what she's trying to say, then you're just an asshole, because you don't think that Penny should have the same attention, even though because she's adopted by your dad. Like, that's what it's giving. And then now you're just pissed because she's saying that she's the chosen one. I do think she is compensating because she was not chosen by her bio dad. As annoying as it may be, it was not. This response from OP was not warranted. Like,
Not at all.
that's you swung so hard into YTA that you knocked Penny out of it. Penny flew into NTA, and you just went all the way to
I
Aspen.
would agree with that. I mean, she's just carrying on a joke from when y'all were kids, right? If it
Right.
was something that she started as an adult, I'd be maybe treating this differently. But she's carrying on a thing that you find annoying from when you were kids. Like, okay.
None of the other, like, the brothers don't see her. They laugh at the joke. They don't see her as a golden child. They don't see her differently, but you do, which leads me to believe that that OP is a sister and there are deep-rooted issues,
And even the term that she
like
uses,
girl v girl type stuff.
yeah, and that's entirely possible. Even the way that Penny says the chosen one is masking what otherwise would be saying, like, he's my bonus dad. She says, I'm the chosen one, to overcompensate, right? Is to overcompensate for that. And she obviously has a lot of pride into being a part of your family and in being your sibling, right? So you're taking something that really is a positive and feeling pain by it, or feeling pain from it.
And again, I'm going to say this one more time because people have differing opinions. I can see you in chat. We're a blended family. Like, our opinion on this subject of bio versus not bio is going to be wildly different on someone that doesn't have that experience. So whatever your opinions are fine, but we're going to have different opinions.
Yep. For sure. I mean, ours is based on our personal
Yeah.
experience, and yours is based on yours, and we haven't lived the same life.
Yeah.
So there's
I'm not
obviously
saying
gonna
that
be the
Penny's
same.
not obnoxious or annoying, but no one deserves what OP said.
No.
So if you want to point out that Penny's being an asshole, don't stoop to this level to point out that someone's being an asshole, because you just blow it out of the water.
Right.
At this point, you're the only asshole sitting there.
You don't put a spotlight on someone else being an ASCON 3 by you going to black hole, right? That doesn't
work.
It doesn't do any good.
Because
it
you just
only,
negate it.
It only makes you the asshole. And then if you're trying to point that out, no one's going to see that. They're only going to see how you stepped in a big pile of steamy shit.
And this is like, I've heard people that have made this joke that have been adopted. So, I mean, I don't think this is like not a common joke. And if the other people in the family aren't pissed off by it, there has to be issues between sibling versus sibling, not sibling versus family.
Yep. So Ashley, when the new girlfriend is giving you a look, then you know you went too far. Michelle,
Sure.
dropping the 5 on the YouTube side. Maybe on its OP is projecting. Maybe she feels like dad was stuck with her, but chose the sister. She might need to look inward. This is definitely
I agree.
Need therapy.
I agree,
like,
Michelle.
Need to, if you took it to the point where you were capable of saying the thing you said, like, this needs to be a therapeutic conversation in a discovery session where you dive inward to figure out how bad this is, because you're a grown ass adult now. How is this going to affect your life moving forward? How is this going to affect when you have kids? Like, I would try to get this in check now before it starts really fucking with your life and sending it in a direction you don't want it to go. Right. So OP, yeah. I feel like it's deserving of this. So I'm gonna do it because, damn. Reverse the roles here, and if somebody said that to you, OP, like, you would be crushed. And going there because you were annoyed about a lifelong joke is not a proportionate response at all, right? It was loaded, and I think you need to do some work and figure out why it was loaded and what it's loaded with. Wowza. That certainly was spicy, Tony Spark. Certainly was. All right, I'll dive into the next story here. Good gravy. Good gravy. Dark Lord of All, 100% think ESH, but OP definitely went way too far with that comment and needs to sort it out. Yeah, agreed. All right, I'll dive into the next one. I'm running a little bit behind. I got to read faster. I'll talk as fast as I can. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Am I the astronaut for wanting to cancel my wedding after my fiance accidentally sold my late dad's guitar? NTA for me. Whoa. Accidentally sold my late dad's guitar? That's not the kind of thing you accidentally sell, unless it was identical to one he was selling and he accidentally picked up the wrong one. But even then, good gravy. NTA. That's bonkers. Mary West, member for 25 months on the Guy Shack and Thunder crew. Heck yeah. Good to see you. I gotta pick up the ticket I dropped. Oh. Also, I'm feeling the age today where, like, turning my head a certain direction hurts. I'm, like, very Tin Man-ish today. Cheryl, my kids love you. Every time they see an astronaut, they yell, "Mommy, it's Dusty." Heck yes. I want your kids to think I was the first man on the moon. Every time, kids, absolutely. Interstellar, me. It's all me. Every astronaut in space. Every time they see a plane fly by in the night sky, it's me. That Alaska girl dropping the paper cranes there. Heck yes. Joyce, same Dusty. I went out school shopping today and am achy today. I don't know what to do. I have that thing where you sleep wrong. And now like this whole side of my neck is like, don't turn. Don't do it. Don't do it. Doing this whole turning thing today. Am I the astronaut for wanting to cancel my wedding after my fiance accidentally sold my late dad's guitar? Did you pull this one? Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. When I was 14, my dad passed away suddenly. The only thing I kept of his was his old Fender guitar. It wasn't worth much money, but to me, it was priceless. He taught me to play on it, and every time I touched those strings, it felt like he was still there. I told everyone in my life, especially my fiance, that this guitar was off limits. Fast forward to last weekend. We're getting married in 3 weeks. My fiance has been on this weird minimalism kick, selling random things on Facebook Marketplace for extra honeymoon cash. I came home from work and noticed my guitar stand was empty. I thought maybe he moved it because we were deep cleaning. Nope. He sold it. When I confronted him, he said he forgot it was sentimental and thought it was just collecting dust. He even bragged that he got $150 for it. I lost it, like ugly crying, shaking, couldn't breathe. He kept saying, "Babe, I'll just buy you another one." Let's go ahead and brozo this douche canoe. You can get the same model online, but it's not the same. My dad's fingerprints were literally worn into the fretboard. You can't buy that back. I immediately asked him to message the buyer to get it back. He refused at first because he didn't want to look stupid. I told him I didn't care if he looked like an idiot. Go get my guitar. When he finally reached out, the buyer said they had already gifted it to their teenage son who absolutely loves it and would not give it back. Oh, you stepped in it, boy. Since then, my fiance has been sulking, acting like I am overreacting and ruining the wedding vibe. He told his mom, who already doesn't like me, and now his whole family is texting me to stop punishing him for an honest mistake. Oh, he got his mommy involved too. That helps. I'm not sure I could marry someone who can be this careless with something I've been crystal clear about for years. It's not about the guitar. It's about the fact that he didn't care enough to remember. Am I the astronaut for thinking about calling off the wedding? No, you are not. You are not the astronaut. NTA on this. And here's where it becomes crystal clear for me. If this were an honest mistake, that's one thing. And he would do everything within his power to get it back. Everything. Like he'd go get another guitar that's the same model, buy it online, bring it to the person who bought this one from him, give it to them to give it to the kid to get yours back because it has sentimental value. That is well beyond the $150 he got for it. And if this was a USA made Fender, boy. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the actual monetary value of the guitar. The value is emotional value. It is emotionally priceless. Not only did he know that and went ahead and sold it, but then when he was confronted with the dark, ugly truth of what he had done, minimized your pain, minimized your feelings, didn't want to go get it back because he didn't want to look like an idiot. You're worried about how you look to a stranger more than how you look to me, your fiancé? That says a lot. And then after he couldn't get it back, it sounds like he tried real fucking hard, he just moped around and said that you were ruining the wedding vibe, and then told his mommy, and then told the rest of his family, and got them all texting you. FTG, get the fuck out of there. Do not marry this man. I'm not one to jump to that conclusion lightly, but there are so many red flags in this, I have no other choice. This is someone who doesn't respect you as a human fucking being. When someone steps in it, and they're confronted with the fact that they've stepped in it, you can tell who they really are by how they handled that, and he doubled down. That's all you need to know. Deborah, he probably didn't tell the buyer the sentimental value when he tried to get it back. Oh, guarantee, he didn't try very hard. And my solution, I feel like, is a good one. You go get another one and bring it to this kid and swap it out, because the sentimental value, like, if you explained, like, hey, this was my fiance's dad's guitar and he passed when she was little, and like, if I don't get this thing back, I'm losing my fiance. I won't get married. I have no choice but to do this. I will bring you another guitar and swap it out. Okay? Do it. Make it fucking happen. He isn't willing to put the effort in. He's putting more effort into sulking and telling his mommy than he is into making this right. FTG. FTG. Hatter, how much do you want to bet this would be the beginning? My money is that he would do this with everything. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't respect you. He's minimizing. He sold your shit for cash for the honeymoon. Do you have that cash, by the way, or does he have that cash? And what's happening with that cash now that the wedding isn't going to fucking happen? Snorts, agreed. That's theft. Report it to the fucking police. They'll get it back. And he can refund the money. Report it as stolen property. He did not have the authority or permission to sell that. It does not belong to him. Yes, make a police report. And then don't marry his ass. You are NTA. And maybe I'm just triggered because this is a guitar, but I'm sending his ass to black hole too. For what he chose to do, this is just a terrible fucking human being. He's terrible. And doubling down on it, not giving any kind of effort in here about trying to make it right. Fuck this guy. You were NTA. He's a black hole astronaut. Do not marry this douche canoe. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Dark Lord of all, he wants to be the most important thing in her life and will destroy anything he feels that she loves more. That's possible. It's possible that it is that kind of situation where he was jealous of the guitar or the sentimental value that it held, or maybe a control thing, but it's an unforgivable. Ooh, Sarah Barracuda. Could be an addiction thing. Could be. Control move, Stephanie. Yeah. Yuck. Gross. Gross. How are we doing on our goals right now? Tony Spark, you want to punch in and give us an update?
So we just hit the YouTube one.
Hey-o.
And we're at 39 of 121 on the TikTok goal.
Okay, 39 of 121 on the TikTok goal, which is the paper cranes. Is that right? Okay. And Darian just dropped a 5 to get us over the hump on the YouTube side. Been in and out of the stream. We'll have to rewatch later. It is my daughter's birthday and been busy today. Happy gosh second birthday to your daughter, Darian. Thank you so much for jumping in and showing support for the stream here. You all have unlocked Petty Revenge and Confetti here. Is that right? This is the first or second goal we're hitting on the YouTube side. First? Okay, so we have a Petty Revenge story for you. Look at that. All right, let me reset the YouTube goal, and let's see if this one works. We shall see. No, this one did not work. I don't know why. This one will be for Confetti and an AMA. Let's start it. Starting it. All right, it's for 15-2 and up. We'll see if this works. And in the meantime, I'll jump over to the Petty Revenge story. Y'all ready for that? Okay. Petty Revenge number 2. All right. Getting us some fire music while I rehydrate here. Lamishi, hope we get an update that she gets her guitar back. Me too. Not okay. And I'm serious about the police report. Freaking file it. Yeah, he didn't even give her the money. What the hell? What in the Sam Hill? Damn it, Bobby. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a petty revenge story for you. It goes like this. Want to park like an a-hole? Get trapped like an a-hole. I guess a-holes kind of are trapped between two cheeks. I went to the mall yesterday to go to my local Barnes & Noble. This mall's Barnes & Noble parking area is like always full, but I found a cute little spot and I parked my happy-ass car in it. Well, once I finished spending a ridiculous amount of money on books I'll never read, I came back to my car only to find that the car had parked next to mine, driver's side, so fucking close a child would not be able to squeeze in there. I do the old crawl in through the passenger side maneuver, very annoyed, and I'm like, well, that was fucking annoying, let me just leave. And then I realize, why should this asshole get the pleasure of entering their car all happy when I did not? So I take a gamble that the car on their words are hard. So I take a gamble that the car on their driver's side will leave before them. I'm waiting outside. I shit you not even 2 minutes later, someone's happy ass walks out of Barnes & Noble, presumably with books they will never read. He gets into the car next to the asshole's car and leaves. Happy not reading to you, my friend. Love you. I get back to my car and pull into the spot so close a child would not be able to fit through it. It took some effort to park that shitty, and I wait again, outside of course. About 15 minutes of Reddit scrolling later, someone's happy smug ass walks out of the Barnes & Noble, and his smugness is instantly crushed when they realize, oh no, my car is so close to this that a child could not fit through. I smile. I could do this all day. All day! I watch him struggle to get from the passenger side seat into the driver's seat because, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this guy's not skinny and he was tall, like at least 5'11", and I'm 5'2", and did the passenger to driver seat gymnastics in under half a minute. This guy struggled for like 3 minutes trying to get his legs to the other side. Once I see him almost done with his gymnastics, doesn't feel nice when it happens to you, is all I'm thinking. I walk over to my car and get in and reverse out. I make sure to glance at him and smile and then give him the finger. He looks bewildered, already enraged about this 3 minutes of struggle. Why would I flip him off? A look of realization crosses his face. I like to think his dumbass just realized that my car was on the other side before. Think before parking like an asshole. The commitment to the petty is admirable. Like who amongst us would be like, you know what? I got 30 minutes. Back out. Wait for the car on the other side of them to leave so that you could pull into it and park too close. Then get out, go sit somewhere, and wait to see what happens. And then my favorite part, that if it had ended there, it would have been great. But the best part of the entire damn thing was when she waited until after 3 minutes of him struggling to get his tree legs to the driver's side. So now he's like sprawled, all bent in half in an awkward ass position. That's when she walks up and gets in her car and backs out. Smiles and waves and then flips him off. The commitment. Imagine if we had that level of commitment to everything in our lives. Like OP could create world peace with that level of commitment. But this is where it belongs. This is exactly where it belongs. And you know, you guys this has all happened to you. This has all happened to you where somebody pulls up and they're like this close, right? Not on their driver's side door because they're going to get out, by God, but they say fuck you to you. It's not fun. I had to go to the doctor this morning, and there was the parking lot for the doctor's office is pretty small. There's not that many spaces. And the lawn service that services the lawn of this doctor's office parked behind like 10 cars because it was a massive truck on their trailer. They blocked like 10 people in, and not on the staff side, the people that are going to be there all day, on the patient side, the people that need to leave. I was like, wow, that's bold. Imagine getting out of the doctor's office and sitting there and having to wait till Homeboy's done mowing the grass, which takes a couple of hours, I'm sure. Just so you can get the fuck out and go and leave. That was awesome. Reading is fundamental. There you go. Cheryl, Dusty, us retired folks have all the time in the world for this level of petty. I love it. I love it. If you're going to do something like this, fucking film it, please. Please film it. That would have been amazing. It would have been amazing. Oh, also, after I leave the doctor's office this morning, I stop at Casey's because there's one out there by the doctor's office, and I get out of my car and I'm walking toward the front door and I hear from the gas pumps, "Hey, Dusty Chit!" And I'm like, "Oh, hi." So I got spotted, but somebody spotted me as Dusty Chit, which I thought was hilarious. So if that was you, what's up? It doesn't happen often. Like super, super rare. Super rare. I was going for brekkie pizza, Denise. They didn't have any brekkie pizza. It was sad. I also had to pee really bad. And it was a single stall and it was locked. So I was really sad about that too. And they didn't have my kind of tea, Monster tea. So I was really sad about that too. Overall, 0 out of 10 experience at that Casey's, except for being spotted by somebody who loves the content. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Okay, we'll dive over to the next one now. I am back to story 5. Is that right, Tony Spark? Scarlet Sky, next time you get it on camera, do it. Do it. All right, a little bit of music interlude here. I'll rehydrate again. Mercy, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Did I say do it, lady? No, I completely blacked out, and I was just like, "Hey, what's up?" And then I was, 5 minutes later, I'm like, "Oh, that's how I should have responded. I should have been like, yeah. Back to it then. I should have, but I didn't think of that till later. I was just like, hey. I just didn't think of it. I failed. Love, Connie. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. That's right. Casey's a Midwest thing for sure. Yeah, I dropped the ball. Drop the ball. Okay, here we go. Next story, ladies and gents. Am I the astronaut for refusing to take care of my sick mother-in-law after she told my husband to divorce me while I was in the hospital? Well, that doesn't sound heavy at all. Am I the astronaut for refusing to take care of my sick mother-in-law after she told my husband to divorce me while I was in the hospital? I mean... NTA? Just like to start a poll, love? Have you read this one, Tater? What are your thoughts based on title alone?
NTA.
She's at NTA as well. Mother-in-law. Yep. Am I the astronaut for refusing to take care of my sick mother-in-law after she told my husband to divorce me while I was in the hospital? We don't know what OP was in the hospital for yet. There's an interesting discussion. It's a larger discussion, and we probably won't get into it right now, but when it comes time to be taken care of as an elder, is it your children's duty? Do I don't expect our kids to take care of me when I get to that age. That's right. Just take me out of the woods and leave me. It'll be fun. And Candy Thunder, you already know my plan. When you get to that point, I'm just going to prop you up in a corner and make you watch as I move on with my life. We already talked about that. So
with your giant nose.
Yes, with my giant nose. If you haven't seen this yet, I posted an Insta video with Navy Thunder doing
It was so huge.
using a bunch of Snapchat filters, and she just giggles her ass off and says the most hilarious stuff during that video. It's on Insta. I posted it this morning. But the last one on there was like the old man filter, and my nose was like gunk. It was a schnoz. It was a big old honker.
Okay, poll results are 95% NTA and 3.9% ESH.
All right, we're at NTA hard then. Yes, Navy said she looked 42 and she was really old. Really? So some context. I, 32 female, have been married to my husband, 35 male, for 7 years. We have 2 kids, 5 male and 3 female. Last year, I had a complicated pregnancy with my daughter that landed me in the hospital for over a month. While I was admitted, my mother-in-law, 68 female, decided to help out at our house. I thought it was a kind gesture until I found out what she was actually doing. Apparently, she told my husband multiple times that he deserves better and that I was too fragile to be a good wife and mother. She even went as far as telling him he should cut his losses and start fresh with someone healthier. Wow. My husband told me this months later, claiming he didn't take her seriously. Fast forward to now, my mother-in-law was recently diagnosed with a chronic illness and needs someone to take care of her for the next few months while she recovers from surgery. My husband asked if she could move in with us so I could help care for her during the day since I work from home. I flat out said no. I told him that the woman who tried to convince him to leave me while I was fighting for my life is not welcome in my home, let alone under my care. He keeps saying that I'm being cruel and holding a grudge, and that family helps family no matter what. Now his siblings are messaging me, calling me heartless, saying that she's old, she's sick, and she's sorry. But here's the thing, she never actually apologized to me. The only time she's brought it up was to say, I was just worried about my son's future. My husband is barely speaking to me, and I'm starting to wonder if I'm being too cold. Am I the astronaut for refusing to take care of her? No, and here's why. The only reason he's feeling so strongly about how he's passing this along to you is because Mummy is disapproving of his behavior, and he's failing his mommy right now. Also, his siblings reaching out with opinions. I wonder why. They don't want to fucking do it.
Calling you heartless. Why don't they step up?
Exactly.
She's old. She's sick. She's sorry. Really? Because she never said that to me.
She's old. She's sick. She's sorry. She's living with one of you.
Yeah. You guys take her in then.
I friggin', it's so funny and transparent. Yet OP is like, they had these opinions, and now I'm wondering, how do people not realize where that motive comes from? They're selfishly looking out for themselves because they don't want to have to fucking deal with it. It's so transparent. How do you not see it when you're in that moment?
No, your misogynistic mother cannot live with us because that felt like very deep rooted. Your wife's of no longer of use to you because she's sick, so therefore you should leave her because our job is to wait on you hand and foot. Yeah. That's the vibe that it's giving. And now she needs someone, and it ain't going to be OP. How could you? After this person just told your spouse to leave you. And also, like, husband, pull your head out of your ass.
Yes. And now he's being all moby.
He should have shut that down in the moment and told her about it when it happened and kicked his mom out.
It's a terrible human thing to say, Mom. I would agree to it only under one condition. She can stay here, but I'm gonna Gypsy Rose her ass. You better believe it. You better believe I'm gonna Gypsy Rose her ass.
Mother-in-law did not keep her side of the street clean, and karma's a bitch. Yep. This is what happens.
And now she's fragile.
She was mean. Like this was what she said and what she did when somebody was sick was completely uncalled for. She was going through something, and I'm confused at the timeline because she said she only has 2 kids, but she was in the hospital last year with a complicated pregnancy, but they only have 2 kids. So
maybe it was complications that lasted for a couple of years afterwards after having her. That's the only thing I could think of.
Miscarried or something. Something happened that was traumatic to OP. And the mother-in-law used it as an excuse to kick her out of her family.
Take her kids away
you
from
don't get
her?
to, you don't get to fucking live in my house. Like, no, absolutely not.
Also, like, since when is being human being too fragile? Yeah, being human sucks. I get it, but
and if it was a pregnancy loss, like to degrade her like that, like she's too fragile, like that. No, there's just no fucking way. I don't even know how they're.
And now,
like, she's forgiven her enough to be around her. Yeah, like
I don't think she is. She says she's not welcome in her home, let alone under her care, which means that she hasn't been around her since then.
Good.
Carrie asks, his mom is too fragile. OP's husband deserves a stronger model. Agreed.
There you go.
Agreed. Yeah, well,
that's
maybe it's time to trade her in, I guess.
Siblings, yeah.
Sorry, it's your problem.
There's someone going through this with their mom that we know, and I've seen the sibling stuff firsthand, and I'm like, it just gets like there needs to be a clear-cut plan or something because the sibling stuff when parents get sick, it just gets ugly.
Yep. It's just as ugly as when a parent passes, the sibling fight that happens for whatever resources are left behind. It is just, it's gross. And in general, when it comes to caring for parents kind of thing, like if you're not willing to step up and do your part, you don't get a fucking vote. Your vote
Right, yeah,
should be
yeah.
proportionate to the amount of effort that you are willing to put forth. And so far, no one gets a fucking vote. Not even your husband. He's willing to allocate you to take care of her because you work from home, which means that he doesn't value the work you do from home at all. You just happen to be there, so you're going to care for her. And you imagine how she would treat you during those times?
Horribly.
Holy shit.
Horribly.
It would be your fucking nightmare. But he's willing to sacrifice you for that. He's not going to take care of her. You are. So he doesn't get a fucking vote. The only person who gets a vote here is you, OP. Because you're the person that they're putting all the work on.
Jero, I bet a few months would turn into an indefinite stay. I bet you're right.
Oh, for sure.
With her baby boy.
Well, I mean, if it were my plan, it would turn into an indefinite stay, but it'd be like underneath floorboards or something.
I would say if you want to end this marriage, then you can go take care of your mom. Like, because
There you go.
this is an ending thing for me because of what this woman has done and said.
E-bops, everyone but OP sucks. That's fair, Wayward Ace. That is fair.
And the kids.
I like it. E-bops.
I like it.
E-bops. Dark Lord. she didn't catch the floorboards comment.
What did you say?
I said it would be indefinite, but it would be indefinite like under the floorboards or something. Should be hidden in the walls. Probably in pieces. I don't know.
Got dark real fast. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream on that note.
No, I'm trying to create a precedent now so that no one ever asks me to care for their old stinky ass when the time comes. Because they know that like I'll
care for my parents.
treat them horribly. I'm kidding. I would never do that. And I will care for you when you're old and decrepit and fat Joe. I will definitely care for you. I'll still spoil you.
I always said that Ava's the one that's gonna take care of me. Navy will be like, see ya. Rocking out. I know. Ava's the one that's nurturing, and Navy's like, got shit to do, places to be, people to see.
Navy's gonna be like, can you play with me?
Ew. I don't like your handage.
Yes. It was so funny.
Ew.
You got to go watch the Insta video after this because I told you guys about the pimple story where I had the forehead
watch it,
pimple.
watch it.
And she was so disgusted by it. She's like, "Ew, I don't like your pimple."
Karma struck.
Karma struck. She got a chin pimple. She woke up with one and was like, didn't want Mama to touch it, but on the way to school.
You can tell she's around teenagers.
On the way to school on Monday, she was like, I don't want my friends to see my pimple. And I'm like, you're a toddler, you're 4. I don't think
It's not
anybody in
even
the
like
class.
an actual pimple. It's like
It looks
dirt
like a little bug
under the
bite.
skin under her chin.
It's the tiniest little thing. But we were using those Snapchat filters, and one with a beard popped up, and it covered her pimple. And her first thought, and the first thing that came out her mouth was, "Hey, they can't see my pimple." I'm like, okay, that's this kid.
It was like, well, little kids, they get the little thing. I guess it would be a pimple, like something in your pore clogging it. But yeah, she was very
Tiniest
concerned
little
about
thing.
it. I'm like, well, you can tell you have teenage sisters for sure.
Good gravy.
Yeah.
Good gravy.
Baby acne.
Baby acne. Wait, it's 5:02. How is it already 5 o'clock? I'm used to doing 3-hour streams now. I'm like, what is happening? I thought we were still rocking on for another hour here, but it is not. It is not the case. Do it. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Am I supposed to do another one? Are we done? Or what's happening? All right. I'm being directed here. I don't know what to do. I forgot how to do this. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. Let me go ahead and get some things going on here and get to the outro notes. The next public live is going to be Sunday, August 31st at 9 p.m. Central on TikTok and YouTube. The weekly Wednesday live will still be Wednesday the 3rd at 3 p.m. I don't have the September stream scheduled out yet on YouTube and TikTok, but I will do that over this weekend. So VIPs, we're going to have VIP live. We will have the VIP live today. We didn't last Wednesday because it was the channelversary. We will have one today. We'll see you in about 15 minutes. YouTube's VIPs on both YouTube and TikTok. We will be there. We will have the Wheel of Thunder spin. We will have some fun there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. That went Edgar Allan Poe real fast. Yeah, sorry. There is a YouTube members only live tomorrow night at 9 p.m. So heads up, YouTube members, 9 p.m. members only live. I need to actually schedule that on YouTube. schedule. I can't do that from Restream, so I have to go on. Yeah, anyway. Schedule YouTube member live. I will get that added so you guys will get an actual notification for that as well. So, yes, YouTube members only live tomorrow night. VIP, see you here in 15. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. It's always a good time. Just my